Hey everyone, this is Johnny back with another video. As part of my commitment to try new things and expand my comfort zone, I recently had a chance to attend a glass blowing class. This is something I've always been curious about, and while browsing my events near me, I actually saw that there's a workshop nearby in a park close to where I live, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to go and try it out. That's what I'm going to be going over today. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about my experience, what I thought about it, and I'll be showing you what I made as well. And I'll be giving you I'll be showing you a short video of the workshop where I went to. I'm going to be completely honest. I really didn't know anything about glass blowing except the fact that it looked cool. I was surprised at how fast the process is. I consider myself a creative person, but definitely not artistic. And good news is that if you mess up, you can just reheat the glass and try again. Basically, it's very beginner friendly. That's another thing. I chose the simplest things you can make. I chose a vase because I thought, it's my first time. I want to go with something easy since I'm gonna be, keeping that. But it turns out that it doesn't matter. You can actually pick a complex, because it's forgiving in that regard. You can actually pick a more complex figure to make and have that as your first go, which I would recommend. If I had a chance to do it all over again, probably do something like, they have some template samples for example, fishes, pumpkins, which look really hard to make, but they're surprisingly not that hard. Overall, the whole process takes around 20 to 30 minutes, which I was surprised. I thought it took a bit more. The whole activity takes place in a big workshop. It's in an open space because the ovens are really hot. You can be standing about 10 feet away from the ovens and you're gonna feel the heat. There's like 4 or 5 ovens, the place where I went to, and it's a really big place. Not a lot of people were there. I think there was just a couple other people waiting to take a class. The classes were one-on-one, which was really good. The instructor's going to be hands-on, working with you, guiding you. They'll show you how to do each step, and then they'll let you take a crack at it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you the workshop now, just to go over, get you a better idea of what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the workshop. There's a lot going on. To the left, we have a big oven, which is where the liquid glass itself is stored. On the middle, we see a small furnace that keeps a bunch of metal rods warm. Those metal rods are what you stick into the liquid glass and you spin around, kind of like what you do with pasta. You spin around and the liquid glass fixes itself onto the end of the rod. And then on the right side, the oven, which says the 2300 degrees Fahrenheit, that oven is the one that's used to meld the glass when you're trying to shape it into the shape that the figure that you're trying to make. If we keep going, we'll come across a seating area, which has a bunch of tools that are used to help shape the glass. There's different types of clampers which can be used to stretch or widen the glass that you're using. There's also something particularly interesting about this chair is that the armrests have spindles on the ends where you can place the rod, and it helps you to spin the rod, and that's how you actually use gravity to bend the glass as it cools down, which is pretty cool. Those buckets of water are used to, the tools get really hot when you're working with the glass while it's cooling down, and you dip it in the water to help it cool off. The fans help with that as well. Moving on, there's a couple more ovens. There's one more oven to the right side, and then here there's a bunch of lamp-shaped containers, which actually have these are the different types of glasses, of colored glass, that you're going to stick to the liquid glass. So for instance, the steps are you grab a rod, you dip the rod into the liquid glass, and then while it's still hot, you're gonna bring it into these lamp charts, and you're gonna literally dip it, and these crystals will stick to the liquid glass. And you can mix and match colors. There are some color combinations that don't work well. The instructor will most likely let you know which ones do and which ones don't. But you just dip it in there, and then that's how you would go back to the big oven where you melt the glass to start mixing it fully. And finally, here we have just a couple samples of things that you can make. And during the workshop, you have simple bases, you have slightly more complex shapes like a fish or a small pumpkin. Those vary, but you can take your pick and do, and just give it a try and see what you like, what you want to make. And here we have the vase I made. I'm actually pretty satisfied with how it turned out. The simplest design you can make is just a regular vase without the splash effect at the top. I wanted to just try it out, see if I can make it. This is actually done with the clamps I showed earlier. While the glass is hot, you pinch it and then you pull it towards you. You pick the length, but that's pretty much how you make the splash effect. Not sure about the other shapes. I really like how the colors blended together, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm just gonna leave it as is or maybe fill it up with something. I'm not a flower person, honestly. But maybe I'll fill it up with some, cool looking marbles or something like that. Or maybe I'll give it to my mom, who knows. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy I really enjoyed the class, I'm really happy with it. I'm not sure if it's something that I would do on a regular basis. I do recommend anyone to try it out at least once, see if you like it. I found out there's actually, some of the instructors there actually took a bachelor's to do glass blowing. I did not know that was a thing, so I learned that as well. And yeah, overall, pretty good experience, pretty fun, short, but yeah, it was a great experience. So definitely would recommend you try it out at least once. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you find it entertaining. If you made it this far, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.